Mission with Jonesy and Amanda.
You've watched our next guest get strangled by snakes, jump off cliffs, drink reindeer blood, all the usuals, and take the likes of Barack Obama into the wilderness to teach them survival skills. I'm talking, of course, about Bear Grylls. If you want to know why the hell he does it, he has an extraordinary autobiography called Never Give Up. He's joining us now. Bear Grylls, hello.
Hey guys, hey, nice to be with you.
It's nice.
For the kind introduction.
Well, it's nice to talk to you again. But your autobiography, you've already had an autobiography out before, and you're a pretty young sort of guy, so there's a lot to know about you, isn't there?
Well, Mud, Sweat and Tears I wrote 10 years ago now, and I never thought that book would do like it did. Went to number one. It was a great kind of surprise, and I always kind of felt like I don't want to write anything further than that because it's only going to be downhill. So I always said no. But Mud, Sweat and Tears really kind of finished in a way just as the TV stuff was starting. I've got three sons, that always ask me all these kind of stories behind the scenes of running wild and Man vs. Wild and You versus Wild and what it's like with that person and scouting stuff and the Marines and all this kind of thing. So I kind of thought I'm gonna do it. It took me almost 10 years to do. I wanted to write it properly. I wanted to write every word and really kind of be honest and tell the kind of stories of, the many struggles and failures as well. Because I think that's the stuff sometimes, certainly for my family and our boys, they see the good stuff, but they sometimes don't know the many, many kind of failures behind the scenes, and which, as you know, is a part of all of our lives, and a part of any success always comes through the door with the many kind of knockbacks, I suppose.
Is there something innate about wanting to prove ourselves physically? Is that why huge achievers, Barack Obama, Roger Federer, Ben Stiller, Julia Roberts, have signed up with you to go to extraordinary places where you push them beyond their physical limits? They have success on most measures that we look at, and yet they choose to test themselves this way. Is there something innate about needing to physically see how we'd survive?
Yeah, it's such an interesting point you say. I think you're right. First of all, these guys don't need the money or the fame. They're not there for that. They're there for something that the wild gives all of us, when we push ourselves there and we face a few kind of scary things and we push through those rainstorms and that hunger and that fatigue and keep going. And the one universal thing I've seen at the every end of every episode I've ever done and every adventure I've ever done is that kind of glint of pride in an eye, in their eyes of like, do you know what, I did this and I'm really proud of myself. And it's a great quality. It's a great example for all of us, I think, of kind of, never just get complacent and sit in that comfort zone. Comfort zones are bad. Well, it should be called a comfort pit, really.
A comfort pit.
Put spikes in your comfort pit.
I like the idea of a comfort pit. In your travels, you've eaten a list of incredibly disgusting things like frozen yak eyeballs. You've got the reindeer blood and you've got bear poo. I'm presuming that's not your own. No. Yeah, listen, survival food isn't going to be pretty. Ultimately you need energy if you're going to move, and you sometimes have to dig deep and do the less imaginable stuff than things you might not do at home. But, that's the heart of, it's a part of survival for sure. Well, just, to the bear poo, was that because there was absolutely nothing else around? What was the choice?
Well, the bear poo was showing how I've been following this big black bear for a while, and they're pretty fast digestion. He's eating a lot of fruit, and I was just picking the bits of the apple out and giving them a wash and, eating those. So it's just being resourceful, I suppose. It's a part of survival. I love not necessarily the bits of apple out of a bear's anus, but the resourceful element, kind of like smart. I like that.
You'd be a great friend to have over for dinner, because if you cooked a terrible dinner, you'd say, there's no way I'd ever let you complain.
Well, yeah, nobody comes round to mine any longer.
No,
I'm sure. Before we come, who exactly is cooking?
How dare you be picky?
Keep Bear away from the barbecue. Bear Grylls' book, Never Give Up, is in all good bookstores today. Bear Grylls, it's a treat to catch up with you again.
Oh, thank you. Always nice to be with you guys. And you're doing a great job, so come on. Never give up. I love it.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation.